it was a lighter day than usual, being a holiday. I do remember it. The address that it got delivered to doesn't get packages often, so I did think it was a little odd for them to get something. I've delivered to a few other pro golfers around our area, but this package, I had no clue.
Say your name and then what you do for a living.
My name is Scott Stallings, and I play golf on the PGA Tour.
There are about 20,000 people in the United States with the last name of Stallings, but only one of them, 38-year-old Scott Stallings, qualified to play in the 2023 Masters.
This is my 13th season.
There you go. Scott Stallings, 68.
I hadn't played there in a long time, and you walk on the grounds and you can remember shots that you've seen on TV or seen in person or hit yourself. There's no other course like it on earth.
So you're going to go to the Masters, and then the next sort of cool thing in that process normally is what?
You get your invitation.
Players began receiving their invitations to Augusta National late last year during the holiday season. Meanwhile, Stallings, a longtime tour pro, waited and waited and waited.
And I was convinced just the whole time that my wife had it. She goes, I promise on our children, I do not have this thing that you're looking for. I do not have the invitation. Where in the world is this thing?
I started to learn about Scott Stallings probably about 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, my goodness, storybook. Stallings the winner at the Greenbrier Classic.
When I found out that we share a name, I became an instant follower. My name's Scott Stallings, and I am a realtor with the Atlanta Fine Homes Sotheby's International. I'm a 25 handicap.
Oh, it's in the water.
It was New Year's Eve. My wife and I decided to come down to St. Simons to our vacation rental home.
I walk up to the front of the condo, Scott's unpacking the car, and I see this UPS envelope, and I'm like, what's this? So it says Scott Stallings, it's our address. So I rip it open and I pull out the green Masters envelope. So I yelled to Scott, we have tickets to the Masters.
It has been a dream of ours to be able to go to the Masters.
He comes running in, and by this time I'd already read it, and I realized it was not tickets to the Masters, it was an invitation to play at the Masters. I started panicking. I remember my heart was racing. I remember thinking, this is not for us, this is not for us, this is not for us.
It was all an innocent misunderstanding. Scott the golfer had never updated the new mailing address of his management company in St. Simons. So Augusta National sent the invitation via UPS to the original address on file. But when UPS realized there wasn't a Stallings there, it tried to help by rerouting it to what it thought was the correct address, the nearby condo of Scott the realtor.
Being a follower of Scott Stallings, the golfer, I knew it was him, but now what do? We knew we had to do the right thing, and that's when we reached out to Scott.
I went on Instagram and I found Scott Stallings, the golfer. I sent Scott Stallings a direct message privately saying, we're real people, this is real. So we took pictures of everything and we sent it to him and we said, we really do have your invitation to the Masters.
The first thing it said, please read, this is not a joke. And I found my wife and I was like, you will not believe this.
Soon, the Masters invitation was on its way to its rightful owner.
I'm having to send my invitation to play at the Masters back to the other Scott Stallings.
Oh.
It's finally here. We got it.
Told you I didn't have it.
And in this case, no good deed goes unrewarded.
We got him some practice round tickets. We do a big dinner and invite him over there. We'll have a chance to spend some time at the Masters a couple days. Very cool, happy ending. It meant a lot more to me than I thought it did.
The lesson that we've found is it pays off just doing the right thing. It came back to us tenfold.